So it's cool to be able to humble ourselves and always stay grounded and realize that you can always learn something new, you can always develop that skill set, and you can always be, that person that completely shifts things in your entire family for future generations. Because what you're doing right now is going to echo down your lineage, right? You're not just doing this for you, you're setting your family up financially for the future, because we're going through the greatest financial shift in history right now. What's happening right now in the economy, it's all set up for this shift, and you're a part of it. So be grateful, be glad.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
Yeah, the tribalism in this industry is insane. So there's Bitcoin maximalists, but everybody agrees, XRP sucks, and I don't really get it, right? I mean, they're a legitimate company. They don't pretend to be something they're not, and they're really good at one thing: moving money fast and cheap. And it's fantastic. It fills a big need. And for a hedge fund like us to be able to denominate in Ripple and XRP, I just did the same thing, is really, really, really good. When we did our first close, we moved north of $50 million into the company in Ripple and XRP in like 2 seconds, and it cost 30 cents. Now, that is amazing. There's no way to do that with fiat or Bitcoin. There's just no way to do it that fast and that cheaply, and so it serves a really useful need for us. And then also when our LPs eventually redeem, hopefully never, but when they want some of the money back, we just send it in XRP again, and there's no 3-day wait for international wires or 1-day wait for US wires. We're not paying wire fees and all that. It's just, I don't understand why that's hard to understand. And so the religious wars aside, the tribalism aside, it does some things really well, and we love it for that. That being said, just because we're denominated in XRP, I'm not a special pleader for XRP. I don't work for them. The company itself is not our LP. Other people who had XRP are. I like them. I think they're great, but they're like less than 5% of our asset base at this point. Like, we do invest in XRP, but most of our investments are in other things.
Approach. And my guess is that there are going to be more regulations that come out from all these agencies to make sure that we keep the U.S. financial system safe.
You think we'll be talking about Bitcoin in 10 years from now?
I won't be talking about Bitcoin in 10 years, I can assure you that.
But you might be in at least 6 years as Treasury Secretary, as you just said.
Exactly. I would bet even in 5 or 6 years, I'm no longer talking about Bitcoin as Treasury Secretary. I'll have other priorities.
You'll be loaded up on Bitcoin and a gazillionaire.
I can assure you I will personally not be loaded up on Bitcoin.
Okay.
Never say never.
It sounds like the Secretary is not convinced about Bitcoin. Yeah. Mr. Secretary, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Another area I hope to work with Chairman Gensler on is building a regulatory framework for crypto. And that's something that Gary comes to the SEC with a lot of experience in. He's actually been teaching a course on blockchain and finance at MIT. He also has a lot of experience in regulation. Chairman Gensler was previously the chairman of our fellow regulatory agency in the capital markets area, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So with that combination of knowledge about regulation in the capital market space and knowledge of crypto, we should be able to build a good regulatory framework for crypto.
Again, I find a certain irony that the SEC would bring a lawsuit against us, particularly personally, because what they're saying is that not just that we should have known and we've acted in bad faith, when the SEC themselves haven't really said, well, they know for sure that XRP is a security. In their own court filings, they've said that the court will determine that, which of course brings a contradiction that if the court's going to determine that, how could I personally have known that the SEC would view XRP as a security?
Big opportunities in life have to be seized. We don't do very many things, but when we get the chance to do something that's right and big, we've got to do it. And even to do it in a small scale is just as big a mistake almost as not doing it at all. I mean, you've really got to grab them when they come, because you're not going to get 500 great opportunities.